whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account. Designed for students like you, these accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
works. QC Kinetics has clinics nationwide, and they've treated thousands of patients with incredible success. So if you've got pain in your knees, your shoulders, hip, or back, you need to check out these new treatments, and the consultation is absolutely free. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics, 870-644-4725. That's 870-644-4725. 870-644-4725.
Are you over the age of 35? Have you put off buying life insurance? Trust me, I get it. A lot of people aren't prepared. It's not fun to think about. But do you want to be someone who leaves your family with nothing but a bunch of bills and a mortgage that's too much to pay? Or would you like to think that you've set your family up for success and ensured their financial future? Hey, y'all, it's Brandon Baxter from my friend Rob Taylor and Rob Taylor Insurance. We all know life is short. We want to live a happy life and create memories that will stand the test of time. But the reality is no one lives on this earth forever. And that's why a life insurance policy with Rob Taylor Insurance is something you need to think about. You take care of your family while you're here. And life insurance from Rob Taylor will ensure that your family is taken care of after you're gone. It's your lasting legacy of love. It's the peace of mind in knowing that those you cherish the most will be financially set for the future. There's multiple coverage options at rates that are affordable for all income levels. Call Rob Taylor Insurance for your free quote. 870-520-6161. Go see him at 2203 East Nettleton in Jonesboro. Or on Google or Facebook, search Rob Taylor Insurance.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for high school baseball on the EAB Sports Network. Today's broadcast is presented by NEA Baptist, First National Bank, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and the Kavanaugh Auto Group.
And we welcome you inside Everett Field here at Benton High School as this afternoon the Valley View Blazers get their state tournament run started as they get set to take on the Arkansas High Razorbacks out of Texarkana here from Benton this afternoon as we enter in on the NEA Baptist pregame show, our First National Bank pregame show where they put you first always here from NEA Baptist broadcast position at Everett Field. Valley View, the 1 seed out of the 5A East. Meanwhile, Texarkana enters as the 4 seed out of the 5A South. They finished the year 13-10, 8-6 in conference play, won 4 of their final 5 games in the regular season. Meanwhile, for Valley View, they went 25-5, 14-0 on the year, and won their 7th straight conference title a couple of weeks ago. More to come as we continue along on the First National Bank pregame show from Benton right after this 3-minute timeout. This is Valley View Baseball on the Ticket Radio Network. I don't. Check one, 1, 2. Just one switch.
Here when you need us most. We are NEA Baptist. First National Bank's roots. Customers first. By focusing on the best products banking has to offer and valuing the highest level of service, we're now 23 branches across Arkansas and Tennessee. As First National Bank grows, our roots only get deeper, and the mission remains the same. You first, always. Learn more about our products and services at fnbank.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle? Get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
The team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. Now with 2 locations, including JOSM on Main and JOSM on Matthews inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center. And now JOSM
Check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
a limited number of same-day appointments. Call Ortho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Need top-notch farming and
What
lawn
on
care? Visit
earth?
First
equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Farm and Lawn.
Jonesboro. Hey y'all, it's Brandon Baxter for SS Custom Carts. And whether you want a golf cart for the greens or a family cart to cruise the neighborhood, SS Custom Carts has your dream cart covered. SS Custom Carts in Jonesboro is your one-stop shop for new golf carts, gently used golf carts, fully customized carts, parts, accessories.
Check one.
East Matthews in Jonesboro at sscustomcarts.com.
Childhood diabetes, obesity, and thyroid conditions have something in common. The nationally ranked Pediatric Diabetes and Endocrinology team at Arkansas Children's excels at treating them all. In children's developing bodies, hormones affect everything from growth spurts to blood sugar. These physical conditions can impact mental health and self-esteem, which is why the care provided by Arkansas Children's treats the whole child. Learn more at archildrens.org/NEA.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $6.99 each for carry out or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more.
Didn't it? It's being like this. Continuing along on the First National Bank pregame show this afternoon from Benton as Valley View getting set to take on Texarkana in the opening round of the 5A state tournament. Again, Valley View, the 1 seed out of the 5A East, and they'll take on the number 4 seed Arkansas High. Coming up this afternoon, in Arkansas High went 13-10 on the year. Valley View 25-5 overall. They're currently on a 55-game conference winning streak and making their 18th straight state tournament, or 18th overall state tournament appearance, looking to make their 9th appearance in a state final this year. Meanwhile, for Arkansas High, they did not make the playoffs a season ago, but back in 2023, battled Little Rock Christian Academy in the semifinals of the 5A state tournament before falling 12-4. Valley View batting close to 300 as a team. Meanwhile, for Arkansas High, they're batting around 256 on the year with a 700 OPS. This is the first ever meeting between the two teams. More to come as we continue along on the First National Bank pregame show. Coming up next, we'll get you caught up on those DNR Automotive starting lineups right after this. This is Valley View Baseball on the Ticket Radio Network.
Thank you for taking us with you for those long days and late nights that often go unnoticed. Thank you for helping make kids' dreams become realities while guiding them to become future leaders.
Check.
Thank you for going
better?
the extra mile. Choosing Glensain for 70 years.
But
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're not just a bank, we're a part of your community. That's why we're dedicated to being the neighbors who are in your corner right here in Arkansas. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for your future, or managing your everyday finances, Farmers and Merchants Bank has the friendly local knowledge and personalized services to help you reach your goals. Farmers and Merchants
Wrong price, wrong speed, wrong company. Come on, you deserve better. With Empower Broadband, you get local, affordable, and fast internet that never lets you down. Visit us at empowerbroadband.com or wrong.
For a trip across country Across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you.
This is Keith Baird with Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities
deal of the season. For a limited time, get a rebate for up to $1,500 and no payments for up to 6 months with approved financing. Plus, qualify for federal tax credits of up to $2,000. That's up to $3,500 in savings and no payments for 6 months. Visit us online at moreac.com.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
See Placid Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Placid Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Placid Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Placid Tire Service.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com.
Check, 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 check. It's not coming through on mine though. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Thank you. You didn't see it.
Central dealerships are leading the way.
Certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are
Taylor, you got me this way? Okay.
JOSM is offering a limited number of same-day appointments. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at Jonesboro Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Underway in the first inning here from Everett Field at Benton High School as Valley View taking on Texarkana in the opening round of the 5A state playoffs this afternoon. Apologize for the technical difficulties, but glad you're with us here on our from our NEA Baptist broadcast position. There is one gone, make it two gone here in the top of the first inning. Braylon Thompson was retired on a line out to the third baseman. Quentin Thurston just grounding out to the second baseman for Valley View, Noah Ragsdale. And quickly there's two gone here in the top of the first inning. This top of the first inning is brought to you by Jonesboro Acoustical and Drywall, making your home look and sound like a champ. First pitch today was brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank, a leader in ag lending for over 75 years. Maverick Adcock is at the plate here with two down in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Adcock misses, or is in there for strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 goes the count. Try and run you down those D&R Automotive starting lineups as we go throughout the first inning here with two locations in Jonesboro. Visit D&R Automotive, where it's done right every time. Braylon Thompson, Quentin Thurston, Maverick Adcock, the top three for Texarkana, followed by Jackson Arnold, Scooter Wilder, Jonathan Infante, Eli Wall, Carter Davis, and Ethan Taylor as the count moves to a ball and two strikes here to Maverick Adcock. Stands in from the right side, white batting helmet, the red jerseys, white pants. Valley View in the blue caps, white jerseys, white pants. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it misses high. Starting pitcher this afternoon for Valley View is Jade Taylor. Taylor has pitched in 31 innings this year. This is his 12th game working on the mound. As the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 offering, swung on and missed on the breaking ball to get him for strike 3 and out number 3 in the top of the first inning. So Texarkana goes down to the order in the top of the first. No score. Valley View due up next here from Everett Field.
Registration for the summer and fall semesters is underway now at ASU Newport. Get your basics in person or online with small class sizes. And it's been proven that students in smaller classes perform better. ASU Newport is affordable and close to home, meaning you can save your money while getting your education. With locations in Jonesboro, Newport, and Mark Tree. So register now for summer and fall classes at ASU Newport. Find out more and register now at asun.edu.
You've trusted D&R Automotive on King Street for the past 2 years, and now we've expanded. We've brought that same award-winning service to our second location on Nettleton, just past the Love's Truck Stop. Here's my friend Thomas to tell you more.
I'm Thomas, and I'm here at the Nettleton shop, and we've got you covered with alignments, tires, brakes, and service. Same D&R service, just a second location.
D&R Automotive on Nettleton, where it's done right every time.
It's a new shop, it's a new day, and they're feeling good.
To the bottom of the first we go. Bottom of the first inning. Brought to you by Prestige Heating and Cooling, Prompt Professional Prestige. Visit them on Facebook and call 870-586-3555. Arkansas High going down in order in the top of the first inning. So Valley View will have Drew Gartman, Owen Roach, and Keaton Mathis to lead us off here in the bottom of the first. Starting lineups are brought to you by D&R Automotive with 2 locations in Jonesboro. Visit D&R Automotive, where it's done right every time. Levi Martin, Noah Ragsdale, Jade Taylor, Parker King, Madden Tatum, and Landon Driscoll round out the starting 9 for Valley View. Noah Scatero is playing out in center field, but is not batting today for Valley View. And for the Blazers, it's Drew Gartman who will stand in first. Gartman batting from the right side. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Drew Gartman, making his first plate appearance of the afternoon. Next offering misses outside. Leads the team in batting average right now, batting .484 with a .608 on base percentage. OPS north of 1,100 for him on the year. Quickly ahead of the count here. 3 balls, no strikes to Drew Gartman. Next pitch, Gartman lays off, but it catches the bottom part of the zone for strike 1. Moves the count to 3 balls and a strike. To Gartman, the Arkansas State baseball signee. As on the 3-1, he'll take inside for ball 4, and Drew Gartman will provide a leadoff base runner for Valley View, drawing his 21st walk of the year. And it'll bring up Owen Roach, the right fielder. Roach standing in from the right side, batting .398 on the year. Like Gartman has an OPS north of 1,100. First pitch he sees is on the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Owen Roach. Provided 30 runs for Valley View on the season as well, as the next pitch misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Valley View batting .296 as a team with an on-base percentage north of 400, as the 1-1 pitch misses a bit low at outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Wrapped up conference play last week with a sweep over Searcy. Walked them off 4-3 in the first game, and then it was a 9-3 winner in game 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Owen Roach. Runner on the go, throw down to second is not going to be in time. It's a stolen base for Drew Gartman, and Valley View has a runner in scoring position with nobody gone. Owen Roach also ahead of the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. That pitch came in low, so Roach ahead of the count, 3-1. And a base hit to the outfield could give Valley View the first run of the game. It's Maverick Adcock on the mound for Arkansas High, as the 3-1 pitch is skied out to right center field. Drifting over and making the grab on the run is the center fielder Braylon Thompson, but it was deep enough to advance that runner Drew Gartman to third, so it'll work as a sac fly for Owen Roach, and Valley View with a runner at third base and 1 gone here in the bottom of the first. Bring up the catcher Keaton Mathis. Mathis batting right around 400 on the year. On base north of 460. Overall, 39 base hits for him, including 25 singles. There's a chopper down the line at third, but will drift foul. Starting pitcher today for Arkansas High is Maverick Adcock. Adcock, 3.7 ERA on the year as that pitch is fouled back. Overall, 4-2 on the season and 3.7 ERA. The 1.5 whip has thrown 41 innings. This is his 11th appearance of the season. He's allowed 22 earned runs. There's a ground ball to third. Trouble fielding it at third. Everyone's going to be safe. A run will come across to score as Gartman slides in to home. It was an E5 for Keaton Mathis to reach. And there's a runner at first with 1 gone, and Valley View in front 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Eli Wall came charging in, had it kick off his glove as he was trying to transfer it. And everyone wound up being safe. So it'll bring up Levi Martin here for Valley View. Martin, 340 hitter on the season, 900 OPS. Stands in here with a runner on first and 1 gone at the bottom of the first inning. Throw over to first and sliding back in safely there. Another throw over, another slide back in safe. Martin again, right around a 340 hitter, on base of right at 400 on the year. Has provided 26 total base hits for Valley View. As the first pitch he sees is a called strike on the outside corner. 7 walks to 7 strikeouts on the year as well. The ball's 1 strike to count to the right-handed hitter. Here comes the 0-1 offering, misses outside, runner on the go, throw down to second, and sliding in safely at second. The throw was a bit offline. It pulled the shortstop covering the bag off a bit, trying to turn around and apply the tag, but it was not in time. And so Valley View with the runner at second base in scoring position with 1 gone and the 1-1 count here to Levi Martin. Here comes the 1-1 offering, and this is foul off the netting first base side. That's where Arkansas High is residing. Valley View in that third base dugout. Here from Everett Fields, former host of the state championships. Valley View won a state championship on this field 4 years ago. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Throw down to second. Runner sliding in safely. The throw gets away out into center field. And Valley View with a runner at third base after the throw got away. The Blazers a chance to continue adding on here in this bottom of the first inning. Will go as an error on the throws. It'll be the second error committed by Arkansas High here in this bottom of the first inning. E1 there is the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it froze Levi Martin up, clipped the bottom part of the zone, and Martin goes down looking on the strikeout for out number 2. So due up next is Noah Ragsdale. Ragsdale, 340 hitter on the year with a 406 on base percentage. Slugging right around 585 as well. As the first pitch he sees, lifts out into left center field, ranging over and not being able to make the grab is the left fielder, Ethan Taylor. It'll drop out there for a base hit for Noah Ragsdale. Taylor kept drifting over closer and closer towards center field and just lost it in the air and wound up dropping a few feet away from him. And Noah Ragsdale able to drive it a run. Keaton Mathis coming across to score, and Ragsdale standing at second base. Jade Taylor, starting pitcher this afternoon, with a chance to help his cause. Runner at second. Valley View in front 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch is a hanging breaking ball that is a called strike 1. It's Jade Taylor. Taylor batting right around 300 on the year. An OPS around 900 on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's grounded back up the middle. Going to get into center field for a base hit. Rounding third, headed for home is Noah Ragsdale. The throw's offline. And also Jade Taylor sliding into second. It's an RBI double for Jade Taylor. And Valley View extends their lead to 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Actually, probably go as an RBI single there for Jade Taylor. He was able to take an extra base off of that throw to home, sailing a bit wide. So it'll be an RBI single for Taylor, plus an extra bag there to get to second. But did drive in Noah Ragsdale, and that is the third run that Valley View has scored here in this bottom of the first inning. And now it's Parker King, the left fielder, and the 7-hole hitter due up here. First pitch to King is a chopper back up the middle. That's fielded at second. Throw to first, and King able to beat it out. Now a throw home, and sliding in safely is Jade Taylor. Taylor just kept going when he got to third. The throw came in late. He comes across to score, and Parker King puts Valley View up 4-0. Able to beat out what looked to be a sure out. It was fielded cleanly at second by Carter Davis. Davis did take an additional step or two trying to gather it and collect himself to throw to first, and that additional step allowed Parker King to get to first base safely. Now King on the go. Throw down to second, and King sliding in safely. It's a stolen base for Parker King. As Madden Tatum, the DH, up to bat here for Valley View. First pitch to Tatum was a strike off the bottom part of the zone. So 0-1 the count here. 4-0 Valley View in front here in the bottom of the first inning. Started really overcast morning a couple of hours ago. Sun threatening to peek out here right now, though. 75 degrees. By the time this one is over with, could be around 80 degrees. Wind is a little bit of a factor. Blowing out 15 miles an hour southwest. That temperature on the turf brought to you by Poinsettia Turfgrass Company. Anywhere, anytime, any season. Poinsettia is harvesting and installing sod all year long. Visit poinsettiaturfgrass.com. Bottom of the first, Valley View in front, 4-0. Count is 0-2 to the DH. Madden Tatum lays off of a high fastball on 0-2 to move the count to a ball and 2 strikes here. Tatum, a .270 hitter, a .418 on base percentage for Valley View. Here comes the 1-2 offering, and he lays off of a curveball, just missed on the outside edge. Adcock was walking off the mound thinking it was strike 3, but it's called a ball to even the count at 2-2. Tatum is the 8th different Blazer that has been up to bat this inning. Now look over at second, and retreating back safely to the second base bag is Parker King. King does have good lead off that second base bag, though. Here comes the 2-2 offering. That is skied up, and it's going to get out of play. So staying alive, the 2-2 count is Madden Tatum. Maverick Adcock. Pitch count is working up here, already at 26 pitches in this bottom of the first inning. Ready with the 2-2 offering. Here it comes. And it misses outside. Tried to hang the curve, but comes in a bit too high there to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. To the DH, Madden Tatum. Here comes the full count delivery. It misses outside, and Tatum will head to first from 0-2, able to draw the walk and provide Valley View with a runner at first. They're at first and second now for the Blazers, and the 9th batter of the inning, Cannon Driscoll, the third baseman, is due up next. First a meeting on the mound here, which is brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. Quick meeting with the infield breaks up as Cannon Driscoll, is next to dig in here for Valley View. .278 hitter on the season with a .733 OPS. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Going to get into center field for a base hit. Going to score 1, and also going to put runners at the quarters. Throw to third is not in time. It's an RBI single for Driscoll, and he extends it into a 2-bagger after the throw came in. Valley View in front 5-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. So it winds up scoring Parker King, Madden Tatum at third. And when the throw came into third, Driscoll, seeing that the attention was on the third base bag, went to second. The throw was not nearly in time, and so instead of runners at the corners, both runners in scoring position here for Valley View. The Blazers have batted around, and we're about to go back to the top of the lineup here with Drew Gartman. Gartman led off the game with a walk and later came around to score. It's one of 5 Blazers that have come around to score in this bottom of the first inning. 4 base hits for Valley View. They've drawn a couple of walks and then also have reached on an error. But there have been now 3 total errors committed by Arkansas High here in this bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Gartman misses outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to count to the Valley View leadoff hitter. Also the team leader in batting average. Lays off of a pitch downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners at second and third. Tatum at third. He reached on a walk. And then Cannon Driscoll just coming through with the RBI single that he extended to a 2-bagger after the throw came into third. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and it's in there on the curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike goes the count here to Drew Gartman. And just above the knees there on the outside edge of the zone for that first strike. The 2-1 pitch is skied out into shallow right center field. Coming over and making the grab is the right fielder Quentin Thurston for the inning-ending out. But not before the Blazers get 5 across. 5 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Arkansas High. And after 1 complete, our score is Valley View 5 and Arkansas High 0.
Anywhere, anytime, any season. Poinsett Turfgrass Company grows the very best natural grass you can find anywhere. And they do it right here in Northeast Arkansas. Whether it's Tahoma 31 Bermuda, Palisades Georgia, Northbridge Bermuda, or Tiffway 419 Bermuda, Poinsett Turfgrass can provide sod for your home, corporate office, sports field, or an entire golf course. And they harvest all year long. Poinsett Turfgrass, a family-owned company for over 20 years. Call 578-2391 for pickup and delivery. Visit their Facebook page and go to PoinsetTurfgrass.com.
Every person deserves respect, and that's what you're promised when you work with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Bill Stanley and Jared Woodard are proud former lettermen at Arkansas State, and with over 45 years experience, they've earned their reputation as hometown lawyers that get big city results. In fact, they've both been recognized in the National Trial Lawyers Association Top 100, whether it's personal injury, nursing home neglect, criminal defense, or civil litigation. Get respect, results, relief with Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Call 932-2000 and visit StanleyWoodard.com.
To the top of the second inning we go. It's brought to you by Big Time Roofing and Gutters. Don't wait until it's raining in the living room. Get it fixed the big time way. Valley View getting 5 runs across on 3 hits there in the bottom of the first inning to go up 5-0 on Arkansas High. It's been a while since Jade Taylor has taken the mound. He sent the Razorbacks down in order in the top of the first inning in a frame that lasted a little less than 5 minutes, going right around 20 minutes since he's thrown a pitch after Valley View. Got 5 across there in the bottom of the first, and he retired the first 3 batters on just 12 pitches there in the top of the first. So it's 4, 5, and 6 due up here. Jackson Arnold, the first baseman, the first step to the plate, and he fouls this one back and out of play. Arnold, the starting first baseman, adding 226 on the year for the Razorbacks. The 354 on base percentage, big swing and a miss as he chases a high fastball. Even puts the count, it's no balls, 2 strikes here to the first baseman, Arnold. Here comes the 0-2 offering, and that one gets away, trying to go to the curveball, and it bounces in the turf, gets away for ball 1. And Arnold slugging about .391 on the year, has 21 base hits. He's also driven in 12 runs. Down to the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, lined out into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Jackson Arnold on a 1-2 count. And Texarkana with with a base runner here to lead us off in the top of the second inning. Now it's Scooter Wilker, the catcher, to stand in next. Bounce the bat back and forth off of his right shoulder as Jade Taylor fires in the first pitch, and it's a fastball that misses just above the belt for ball one. Wilder, a .306 batter on the year. .413 on base percentage. Tried to check his swing on a breaking ball outside the zone, but he couldn't hold it back in time, and goes to 0-2 on the count. Ready with the next offering. Here it comes from Jade Taylor. Kicks and fires from the belt. That misses outside. Count goes to ball and 2 strikes here. To Scooter Wilder. I should say 2 balls and a strike. They ruled that he didn't go across on that check swing, so it was ruled a ball. Now the count goes to 3 balls and a strike here on the catcher, Scooter Wilder. Jackson Arnold led off this top of the second inning with a single. So runner at first, nobody gone. Valley View got 5 across in the bottom of the first. They lead it 5-0 as the 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Went back with a fastball at the middle part of the zone and got the swing and miss as Wilder was out in front of it for strike 2. So it runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor kicks, fires. Here comes the pitch, swung on and missed. Got him chasing on a fastball above the zone, and Jade Taylor records his second strikeout of the game. And there's 1 gone here in the top of the second inning. Jonathan Infante next to bat for the Razorbacks here. Infante, .260 hitter on the season. .456 on base percentage. First pitch to Infante, and it clips the outside edge for strike 1. Infante, 13 base hits on the year. 11 of his base hits have been singles and has driven in 7 runs. Throw over to first, and the runner retreating back safely to that first base bag. No balls, 1 strike the counts. So Jonathan Infante here in this top of the second inning. 1 gone. Blazers in front 5-0. Here comes the 0-1 offering, and it misses downstairs. Trying to hang the curveball at 75 miles per hour, but missed low and inside. He evens the count of the ball to strike here. Runner at first with a slight lead. Here comes the 1-1 offering. That's lined out into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit, and they'll be at first and second. Owen Roach tried to charge in there, but just really didn't have a play. Played it off a bounce. And they're at first and second here for Arkansas High with just 1 gone in the top of the second inning for the third baseman, Eli Wall. Wall making his 70th plate appearance on the year, batting just $173. Does have an RBI opportunity here with a runner at second base. Has 9 runs batted in on the season. Here comes the first pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Kicks off the glove of the first baseman, Levi Martin, out into right field. Everyone is going to be safe, and the bases are loaded for the Razorbacks. It'll go as a single for Eli Wall. So a single for Eli Wall there. It kicked off the glove of the Blazer first baseman, Levi Martin. All right, so they called the lead runner there, which is Jackson Arnold, who was going to third. They called him out, so now there are 2 outs. As Taylor steps off the mound. All right, so they called interference. All right, so that's They called interference on the base runner Arnold, who was the lead runner there. So he winds up being out at third, and Valley View needing just one more out to get out of this inning after it appeared that Arkansas High was going to have bases loaded with one out. So on the interference call, they're at first and second for the Razorbacks. Well, that's a big break for Valley View. 1 ball, no strikes, the counts. So the second baseman, Carter Davis. Taylor from the chest, kicks and fires, and misses downstairs for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Davis, a .250 hitter on the year. Two balls, no strikes, the counts. Here comes the next offering. There's a ground ball to first. It kicks off the glove again at first of Levi Martin. Going to scoot out into right field, and this time the bases will be loaded. Let's see if they charge that one as an error. The first one definitely was not. He was trying to make a diving grab, and this one will go as an error on the first baseman, Levi Martin. So it's E3 to allow Carter Davis to reach, and the bases are loaded here for Arkansas High with 2 gone and the top of the second inning. Ethan Taylor, the left fielder, duo. First pitch to Taylor is in there for strike 1. 82 miles an hour on the breaking ball on the inside zone to move the count to 0-1. Bases loaded, seen 3 base hits, and just recently an error to allow the base runners here in this top of the second inning is on the 0-1 pitch. Get a swing and a miss from Ethan Taylor on the breaking ball. Smooth the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Taylor digs back in. Here comes the 0-2 offering on the way, and he just gets a piece of it to foul it off along the netting of that first base side. So Taylor able to stay alive on 0-2. He is the 5th batter to come up this inning. Looking to drive one of those runners home with the bases loaded. Here comes the 0-2 offering, and just got a piece of it again. Was well out in front of it, went off the top part of the bat, and then went foul off the batting behind home plate. Keeps the count at 0-2. Pitch number 34 of the game coming up for Jade Taylor. Taylor looks on from the chest, kicks, fires. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Weak ground ball to third. Throw to first is not in time. It pulled the first baseman, Levi Martin, off the bag a bit, and Ethan Taylor able to leg out an infield single. It was weakly hit down the third baseline, but also a lot of ground to cover for Cannon Driscoll. The throw was a bit high to Levi Martin at first, just pulled him off the bag, and it goes as an infield RBI single for Ethan Taylor. On a ball that couldn't have been hit more than 50 or 60 miles an hour off the bat, Ethan Taylor is able to drive the first run of the game home for Arkansas High. As we go back to the top of the order, it's Braylon Thompson, the center fielder, due up next. First pitch to Thompson is called strike 1. He lined out to third in his last plate appearance. Bases still loaded, 2 gone in the top of the second inning as the 0-1 pitch misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike goes the count. Thompson lined it out to third in his first plate appearance. 270 hitter. OPS right around 800. Next offering on the way, a chopper that goes foul. down the third baseline. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes here to the center fielder, Braylon Thompson. Gone single, single, single. Error at RBI single for Arkansas High in this sitting. They didn't have 1 out thanks to interference call on the base paths. There's a high chopper to first, but it's going to drift foul just to the right of that first base bag. Keeps the count of the ball and 2 strikes here to the leadoff hitter for Arkansas High. Team leader in plate appearances this year. This is the 87th plate appearance for Braylon Thompson. 0-2 offering on the way. Thompson will sky it up on the infield, but it's going to drop in no man's land. It drops for a base hit. Jade Taylor was charging in, along with the shortstop, Drew Gartman, the second baseman, Noah Ragsdale, and it dropped in the middle of all 3. And it's another RBI infield single for Braylon Thompson to drive in the second run of the inning. So both hits that have driven in runs have come on the infield. And the bases remain loaded here in the top of the second inning as Quentin Thurston, the 8th batter of the inning, is due up. Thurston, part of that 1-2-3 first inning for Arkansas High. Went 4-3 on the putout for Thurston in his first plate appearance. First pitch he sees here, misses high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Comes the 1-0 offering, misses outside. Came in a knee high, but missed outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. As now Valley View pitching coach Matt Snyder, along with the infield, will head out to the mound for a meeting on the mound, brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. Well, we have a little bit of time getting you caught up on the state tournament scoreboard for today. State tournament scoreboard brought to you by ASU Newport, with campuses in Newport, Jonesboro, and Mark Tree. Summer and fall registration is underway now at asun.edu. This is the first game of the day for the 5A state baseball tournament here at Benton. But coming up right after the conclusion of this one, it's Greenwood and Greenbrier in the 2-3 matchup. Greenwood, the 2 seed out of the West. Greenbrier, the 3 seed out of the Central. Meanwhile, South 1 Lakeside takes on 5A East number 4 seed GCT at 3 o'clock. And then at 5:30 this afternoon, it's Central number 2 Benton against West number 3 Alma. To wrap things up from Benton today. Then on the bottom side of the bracket, these games being played at Bryant High School today. Maumelle and Van Buren, the 1-4 matchup. Maumelle, the 1 seed out of the Central, Van Buren, the 4 out of the West. Meanwhile, the 3 seed out of the East, Marion, takes on Lake Hamilton at 12:30, while West number 1, Russellville, will take on BB at 3. And the 2 seed out of the 5A East, Searcy, will play the nightcap tonight at 5:30 against Sheridan in the 2-3 matchup over at Bryant. That state tournament scoreboard is brought to you by ASU Newport as the 1-0 pitch gets away, and a run is going to come across to score as well. And it looked like it came in and not only got away but hit Quentin Thurston. So a run was going to score either way because the pitch got away into the backstop area, but Quentin Thurston with the HBP will get an RBI tagged along with it because a run did come across to score as Carter Davis came across. Ethan Taylor now at second. Braylon Thompson, Ethan Taylor at third, Braylon Thompson at second. Quentin Thurston at first. And it's a 2-run ball game here in the top of the second inning, 5-3. Arkansas High is to within a couple of runs as the 9th batter of the inning, Maverick Adcock, is up. First pitch he sees is a called strike 1. Pitch number 44 coming up for Jade Taylor. A big swing and a miss there. Chased one on the curveball at 75 miles per hour below the zone and came up empty. 0-2 to Maverick Adcock. Bases are loaded for Arkansas High. This is the 9th batter of the inning. Gotten 5 hits across in the inning as the 0-2 pitch is skied foul, but will drop just beyond that first base dugout. Saw Levi Martin and Keaton Mathis give chase, but it dropped right next to the on-deck circle. Keeps the count at 0-2. For the starting pitcher, Maverick Adcock, a chance to really help his cause here. 0-2 pitch, once again lifted foul and out of play. And Jade Taylor, in that first inning, sent Arkansas High down in order, only threw 12 pitches. And right now he's at 45 pitches total for the game. 33 pitches have been thrown in this inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it misses high with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes goes the count to Maverick Adcock. 5 base hits, 3 runs have come across, and we've seen 1 Valley View error committed in this top of the second inning. Here comes the 1-2 offering. There's a liner that's going to get out into left field, down for a base hit. Could tie the game up. The throw in is not going to be in time. It's a 2 RBI single, and we're tied at 5 here in the top of the second inning. Maverick Adcock coming through with a base hit out to left. It scored Braylon Thompson from second, Ethan Taylor from third. Quentin Thurston now standing at second, and Adcock at first with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning, or top of the 2nd inning, and what has been a 5-run inning for Arkansas High. So Valley View got 5 across in the bottom of the 1st, and Arkansas High answering right back with a 5-run 2nd inning that's still going on. Jackson Arnold, the 10th batter of the inning to come to the plate. First pitch he sees is a ball that misses inside. Here comes the 1-0 offering. Before Taylor throws the pitch, he'll step off and check on the runner over at second base. Ball, no strikes the count. Here comes the 1-0 offering, crowds him a bit. Just above belt high, but inside, and forced Arnold to step off the plate there a bit. Arnold led off the inning with a single. Here comes the 2-0 offering, checks his swing on a pitch outside, but he did go across as the home plate umpire to move the count to 2 balls and a strike. Valley View looking to get out of the inning without surrendering the lead. Here comes the 2-1 offering. This is fouled back and will get out of play onto the concourse area. The football field is to the right of us, right behind the first base dugouts. This big concourse area out there, and went out there to put the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, ground ball to first, scooped up at first, and taking it to the bag himself to end the inning is Levi Martin for the 3 unassisted, but not before Arkansas High answers right back. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 Valley View errors. They strand the bases loaded, but they put up 5 runs to tie us up at 5 all after the top of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 2nd, coming up next here from Benton.
Because
because it's our community too. With branches across southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services like fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just for opening your new really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Although we believe the real gift is banking with people who truly get you. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Arkansas heat is relentless, and if your AC can't keep up, your home can turn into an oven fast. Sticking to the furniture, tossing and turning at night. Enough is enough. Prestige Heating and Cooling is ready to get your system back on track. From quick repairs to full replacements, they deliver prompt, professional service you can count on. Call 870-586-3555 or find them on Facebook. Prestige Heating and Cooling. Prompt, professional, prestige.
To the bottom of the second we go here from Everett Field at Benton High School. As Valley View will have 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the bottom of the second. They got 5 across in the bottom of the first. Thought Valley View might be cruise mode potentially the rest of the game. But then Arkansas High answering right back with a 5-run inning of their own. And just like that, we're tied back up again. There's a ground ball hit to second, scooped up there. Throw to first is going to be in time to retire the leadoff hitter in the second inning. That is Owen Roach. It goes 4-3. On the ground ball out, and it'll bring up Keaton Mathis. Mathis reached on an E5 in the first inning. Later came around to provide one of those 5 runs. Stands in here. Base is empty, 1 gone. There's a ground ball hit past the diving shortstop out of the left field. It's going to get through for a base hit. Hard turn around first, but Mathis will retreat back safely to the first base bag, and he provides Valley View with a 1-out single for Levi Martin, the first baseman, who's due up next. The sun starting to peek out. It was overcast earlier this morning. Overcast most of the first inning, but now starting to peek out here in this bottom of the second. Here's a liner hit out of the right field for a base hit. Rounding second, trying for third is Keaton Mathis. The throw comes in. Mathis slides in safely, and they're at the corners for Valley View. A single for Levi Martin puts them at the corners with 1 gone. The 5th base hit of the game for the Blazers. And it'll bring up Noah Ragsdale, the second baseman, next. Ragsdale doubled and later scored in the first inning. Runners at the corners here for Noah Ragsdale with 1 gone at the bottom of the second inning. In the opening round of the 5A state tournament, Valley View the 1 seed out of the East. Arkansas High is the 4 seed out of the South. One thing they have hung their hat on has been pitching. They did have a staff ERA of 2.91 coming into the game, but Valley View has been able to get to the starter Adcock here. Adcock just throwing his 39th pitch of the game, working in his second inning. Now Adcock will step off, check on the runner at first, and Levi Martin able to slide back in safely to the first base bag. 0-1 the count, Noah Ragsdale. Next offering to Ragsdale, gets out in front of it a bit, skies it up, and drifting over and making the grab in foul territory is the third baseman, Eli Wall. Off the bat, it looked like it may drift past that Valley View dugout, but Eli Wall was able to make the grab right in front of the Blazer dugout there. for the second out of the inning. So it'll go P5 for Noah Ragsdale. And Jade Taylor, the starting pitcher, will dig in. Big lead off first for Levi Martin. But he retreats back as Taylor looks at strike one. Taylor had an RBI single in the first inning. Fouls this back for strike two behind home plate. An RBI single in the first. Came around to score off of that. Base hit here would get Valley View back to lead with a runner at third. 0-2 pitch on the way. Runner at first on the go. High chopper on the infield, but coming in to field it is the pitcher Adcock. He'll throw to first in time to retire Jade Taylor. Goes 1-3 to end the inning, and Valley View gets 2 base hits, leaves 2 on. No runs come across in the bottom of the second. 2 complete here at Benton. We're tied at 5 of the 5A state tournament on the Ticket Radio Network.
Today, the only way to get through the pain, trials, and uncertainty is to look to Jesus. We cannot grasp the infinite measure of God's love for us. At Central Baptist Church, everyone is welcomed and wanted. Each week, we join with Jesus in his mission to reach more people and lead them into a growing relationship with him. For more info, follow us on social media or visit us online at centralbaptist.com. See you Sunday.
At Vision Care Center of Northeast Arkansas, we know that great vision matters, both on the field and in the stands. The Glasses Shop at Vision Care Center features expert stylists and a broad selection of styles and frames. Plus, Vision Care Center offers diagnosis, treatment, and care for an assortment of eye conditions. Your road to excellent vision starts at Vision Care Center of Northeast Arkansas. Call 870-932-2211 to schedule an appointment today at any of our Jonesboro, Paragould, or Pocahontas locations.
2 complete here at Everett Field at Benton High School. We are tied at 5 between Valley View and Arkansas High, and what has been a back-and-forth thrilling 1-4 matchup in the opening round of the 5A state tournaments. A new pitcher into the game for Valley View here to begin the third inning. And the new pitcher is Cohen Zaffarano. 5'9" junior takes over in relief. For Jade Taylor and for Zaffarano, he's pitched 26 and 2/3 innings on the year. This is his 14th appearance, and 9 of them have been out of the bullpen. Overall, Zaffarano with a 1.57 ERA for Valley View, 5-1 overall record. And comes on in relief, and critical spot here for the Blazers in a tie game. They got 5 across in the bottom of the first. Now to start the top of the third, he'll face 5, 6, and 7 for Arkansas High here. Scooter Wilder, the catcher, the first to bat. There's a liner to third, fielded there. Throw across the diamond to first is in time for the 5-3 putout. So first pitch swinging for Scooter Wilder. There's one gone to the top of the third. Good start for Ferrano there. And it'll be Jonathan Infante to bat next for Arkansas High. Infante singled in his first plate appearance. Now grounds that right back to the mound. 2 pitches, 2 outs. 1-3 on the putout of Infante. Slow roller back to the mound and scooped up there. Throw over to first was in plenty of time for Zaffarano. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the 3rd inning, as the third baseman Eli Wall will stand in next. Ferrano from the belt kicks fires. First pitch to Eli Wall in there in the bottom part of the zone. Catches the lower inside corner for strike 1. So 0-1 the count. Next pitch on the way. Bounces a bit before it gets to home plate. Evens count at a ball and a strike. Wall had a single and scored in the 2nd inning. Arkansas High sent a total of 10 batters to the plate in the 2nd inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Skied out to center field, drifting over toward his right is the center fielder Noah Scatero to make the grab. And good stuff out of the bullpen from Zaffarano. He sends the Razorbacks down to the order in the top of the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, tied at 5 here from the 5A state tournament on the Ticket Radio Network.
$932-6179. That's $932-6179. And at Jonesboro Acoustical and Drywall, they're big fans of high school sports and send their best wishes to all the area teams competing at the state tournament.
If you need an umbrella inside your house, yeah, it's time to call Big Time Roofing and Gutters. Locally owned, fully insured, and ready to roll. Big Time handles roofs, gutters, and all the stormy surprises Northeast Arkansas throws your way. Don't wait till it's raining in your living room. Get it fixed the Big Time way. Call Patrick and the crew today at 870-278-5205 for a free estimate, or find them on Facebook. Big Time Roofing and Gutters, keeping you in the dry, big time.
To the bottom of the 3rd inning we go here from Everett Field at Benton High School in the 5A state tournament. Glad you're with us from our NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist is healthcare for the next century. The top of the 3rd inning was brought to you by Jonesboro Sports Cards and Memorabilia at 424 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, where every sports fan's dream comes to life. And this bottom of the 3rd is brought to you by J.T. White Hardware and Lumber, which has everything for the builders and do-it-yourselfers on East Parker Road in Jonesboro. Valley View with 7, 8, and 9 due up in the order here to start us off in the 3rd. Weak grounder by King to second base. The throw to first is in time. King was charging hard down the line and maybe a step away from making it interesting, but it goes 4-3 on the ground ball out. And Man Tatum, the DH, will be due up next. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd, and a tie game at 5-all. Here in the opening round of the 5A state tournament between Valley View and Arkansas High. And Tatum, DH, digs in here. First pitch swings and misses on fastball above the zone to go down to the count 0-1. Tatum walked in the 1st inning, but did get stranded at 3rd at the end of the inning. Now time is called. Tatum will step out. Still on the mound is Adcock for Arkansas High, as this pitch is skied out into straightaway center field. Braylon Thompson had to take maybe a step in to make the grab. Was right to him out there at center for the fly out for Madden Tatum. There are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Cannon Driscoll, the third baseman, will stand in next. Driscoll on an RBI single back in the 1st inning. Drove in the 5th and final run for the Blazers in the 1st. First pitch he sees here is a hanging curveball it's in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count to Driscoll. The 0-1 pitch misses low, just above the ankles and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike goes the count. offering on the way out in front of the fastball to move the count to a ball and 2 strikes here. Right now, 78 degrees. Sun starting to peek out. Here comes the 1-2 offering, lifted out into medium depth right field, and coming in to make the grab is Quentin Thurston on the run for the inning ending out. So Valley View goes down to the order in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth, still tied at 5 from the 5A state tournament here on the Ticket Radio Network.
Jonesboro Sports Cards and Memorabilia reminds you that if you need SGC or PSA grading for your card, just bring it in and they will take care of the rest with 100% guarantee and care. Come by and check out their new line of supplies, including card albums, mat tubes, graded cases, and all types of top loaders for your cards. Plus, they also have a huge shipment of new memorabilia in store. Jonesboro Sports Cards and Memorabilia is open Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9:30 to 2:30. Located at 424 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro.
Sink your teeth into award-winning burgers, indulge in a delicious brunch, and discover so much more at J-Town's Grill on Johnson right off the A-State campus. Whether you're celebrating a victory or just hungry for some hometown hospitality, at J-Town's we're not just about great food, we're about community. Proud supporters of A-State and our local high school athletics. We serve up delicious dishes with a side of team spirit. So for mouth-watering meals and a welcoming atmosphere, there's only one place to go. J-Town's Grill, where the locals go.
To the top of the fourth inning we go here from our NEA Baptist broadcast position at Everett Field here at Benton High School. Cohen Zaffarano remaining on the mound, continue to remain on the mound for Valley View. He only threw 5 pitches in the top of the third inning and sent Arkansas High down to the order with a couple of ground outs and a fly outs. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in this Arkansas High lineup to start us off in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch here to Carter Davis, the second baseman, misses outside for a ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 offering. Davis shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's still a called strike 1. 91-mile-an-hour breaking ball there, able to find the bottom part of the zone to even the count of the ball and a strike. Zaffarano from the chest kicks, fires, and the 1-1 pitch misses downstairs. One thing to note, Jade Taylor, who started the game on the mound, is now in center field. Noah Scatero played the first couple of innings out at center field, is out of the game. 2-1 pitch hangs in there for strike 2. 70 miles an hour on the curveball, caught the top part of the zone. Davis didn't offer at it, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. From the belt, Ferrano kicks, fires, and the 2-2 pitch is hit off the top part of the netting down the first base side. So Carter Davis able to stay alive. Seen Arkansas High have a lot of success extending at-bats in this game. That's kind of what led to that big inning in the second inning. Faced a lot of 1-2 or 2-2 counts in that second inning and able to come through with a couple of strikes on the board as the 2-2 pitch misses downstairs for ball 3 to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now time is called as Carter Davis will step out. Zaffarano from the belt, kicks, fires. Here comes the full count pitch, and he rings him up on strike 3 on the outside corner. Davis knew it the whole way, walking back to that first base dugout. He goes down on strikes, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the fourth inning. As Ethan Taylor, the left fielder, stands in next. Taylor had an RBI single in the second. Came around to score later off of that. First pitch to Taylor here. Catches the top part of the zone with a fastball. This below bell time for strike 1. 0-1 the count to the left fielder Taylor. With the 0-1 offering, here it comes, and this is low for ball 1. Ball, 1 strike, goes the count to the left fielder, Taylor. Go back to the top of the lineup after Taylor's plate appearance here. Comes the 1-1 offering. Taylor lays off of a curveball that misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike here to the left fielder, Ethan Taylor, 385 hitter. The 793 OPS this season. 2-1 pitch on the way. Taylor is off the netting and foul territory down the first base side. Just down in front of it a bit. Taylor slugging just north of 420 on the season. Has driven in 5 runs and is also on a couple of walks on the year as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him out in front of the breaking ball. And Taylor goes down on strikes. Back-to-back punch-outs for Zaffarano on the mound. There are 2 gone here in the top of the 4th inning as we go back to the top of the lineup. And Braylon Thompson, the center fielder, is due up next. Thompson stands in from that left side batter's box. This is already his 3rd plate appearance of the game. First pitch to Thompson is a called strike on the outside edge. He lined out to 3rd in his first plate appearance, then had an RBI single and provided the 5th and final run of the inning for Benton in the top of the, for Arkansas High, at the top of the 2nd inning. Big swing and a miss here on the fastball downstairs. 0-2 goes the count to Thompson. Zaffarano from the belt, kicks, fires. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and Thompson fouls it off. Looked like it kicked off of the Valley View catcher, Keaton Mathis. See the home plate umpire walk the ball back to the mound to Zaffarano to allow Mathis a chance to catch his breath. Kicked right off of his chest protector there. Keeps the count at 0-2. Taylor from the chest, kicks, fires. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it slipped out of his hand there. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jen Zaffarano pitching his 27th inning of the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. It's skied up and will get out of play. 1.57 ERA on the season. Ball, 2 strikes, the count here to the center fielder, Braylon Thompson. Back-to-back strikeouts so far to start the inning. Let's see if Zaffarano can make it 3 in a row here in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's it. Out to right field, charging in on the run, making the grab is Owen Roach for the inning-ending out. So Arkansas High goes down in order in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still tied at 5 for the 5A state tournament in Benton here on the Ticket Radio Network.
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
Whether you're building a home, repairing it, or just starting a do-it-yourself project, trust JT White Hardware and Lumber to help you get the job done. JT White Hardware and Lumber has been family-owned for more than 50 years and are an authorized dealer for Anderson Windows and Doors. Trust the name the pros trust and the one used on the most building sites. JT White Hardware and Lumber. All the tools and materials needed for any project, large or small. JT White Hardware and Lumber on Parker Road, just off I-555 at Harrisburg Road. A proud supporter of the A-State Red Wolves.
This is KNEA, K237FI, 95.3, and K245CW, 96.9 Jonesboro, Card Ticket Radio Network, and EAB.
To the bottom of the fourth we go as we welcome you back inside our NEA Baptist broadcast position here at Everett Field at Benton. Valley View and Arkansas High tied at 5. Drew Gartman will lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch to Gartman, misses upstairs for ball 1. The top of the fourth inning was brought to you by Central Baptist Church, where everyone is welcome and wanted. For locations and service times, visit centralbaptist.com. Bottom of the fourth brought to you by Stanley Woodard Law Firm. Respect Results Relief. Call 870-932-2000. Hit back up the middle. That's going to be an infield single for Drew Gartman. If Adcock had not let it kick off of his glove there, most likely would have been fielded for an out by the second baseman, Carter Davis, who was charging in. But it kicked off the glove of Adcock on a slowly hit ground ball there and wound up kind of falling in no man's land. And Drew Gartman able to reach first safely with an infield single to lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now the pitch gets away. Gartman will take a back at second as the pitch to Owen Roach bounced away into the backstop area. 1-0 goes the count to Roach. And Valley View with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the fourth. Roach flew out to center in the first. Rounded out 4-3 in the second inning as he takes a letter high fastball for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0 offering. A slider that misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now the count to Owen Roach. Valley View has not drawn a walk in this game since Drew Gartman did it to lead off the game in the first inning. But Roach ahead of the count here, 3 balls, no strikes, and Roach will draw the walk. Her ball missed downstairs for ball 4, and Owen Roach will take his base at first. Gartman at second, Roach at first, and Valley View with some traffic on the base paths with nobody gone here in the bottom of the fourth for the catcher Keaton Mathis. Mathis is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Reached on an E5 in the first and later came around to score. Singled in the second inning. First pitch to Mathis on the way, and he takes a called strike 1. Caught the inside corner there for strike 1 to the Valley View catcher Keaton Mathis. Also been one of their top pitchers on the year as well. He leads the team in innings pitched, but at the plate, batting right around 400. And on base of 460 is now a step off. Adcock will check on the runner over at second, and sliding back in safely is Drew Gartman there. Gartman at second, Roach at first. Nobody gone in the home half of the fourth, in a tie game at 5-all from our NEA Baptist broadcast position here at Everett Field in Benton. With the 0-1 offering, here it comes, and just missed inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the counts. Mathis making his 100th plate appearance on the year for the Blazers. Comes the 1-1 offering as Mathis will sky it up. Medium depth right center field, and trouble fielding it. It's going to drop. Everyone is going to be safe. The throw comes in, throw to home, and safe at home. Valley View gets a run across. There was delayed motion on the base paths there. everyone kind of stood around before finally at third base, Drew Gardman decided to go. The throw home was close, but Gardman was able to slide in ahead of the tag. And Valley View goes out in front 6-5 here in the bottom of the fourth with runners now at second and third. It does go as an error for Keaton Mathis to reach. Scored as an error on the right fielder. Mathis standing at second. Drew Gardman came across to score. Now Owen Roach is at third. And Valley View has jumped out 6-5 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Levi Martin, the first baseman, due up next. 1-0 first pitch misses high for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch is a grounder to second base. It will drive in a run, so it'll go as an RBI ground down. It goes 4-3 on the put out of Levi Martin, but Owen Roach does come across to score. Keaton Mathis advances a base as well. He stands at third. And just like that, the Blazers out in front 7-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. So it'll bring up Noah Ragsdale, the second baseman. Ragsdale doubled in the first inning, came across to score, then popped it up to third in the second inning. Just got a piece of this one to foul it back. Moves the count to 0-1. Ragsdale is the fifth different Blazer batter to come to the plate this inning. Adcock from the belt, kicks, fires. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is skied up on the infield, and it's the third baseman, Eli Wall, calling everyone off. Wall will make the grab for out number 2 on the pop-up from Ragsdale. And there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So it's Jade Taylor who started the game on the mound and has since moved to center field. Who up next for the Blazers. He had an RBI single and scored off of that in the first inning, running one of the 5 runs that Valley View got across in the first, and then went 1-3 on a ground out to end the inning. And there's a chopper to second base. Throwing over to first on the run for the out is Carter Davis. It goes 4-3 on the put out of Jade Taylor to end the home half of the fourth inning. But out before Valley View gets a couple of runs across. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Arkansas High, and Valley View gets 2 runs across in the bottom of the fourth inning to go up 7-5 to the 5th we go from the 5A state tournament on the Ticket Radio Network.
Ones they said would never make it, and the ones still try. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care, love abounds so that God can create possible. We're here when you need us most. We are PBA Baptist.
First National Bank's roots run deep in Northeast Arkansas. We began a single Paragould branch with one idea: customers first. By focusing on the best products banking has to offer and valuing the highest level of service, we're now 23 branches across Arkansas and Tennessee. As First National Bank grows, our roots only get deeper, and the mission remains the same. You first, always. Learn more about our products and services at fnbank.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
4 innings complete here from Everett Field at Benton High School as we welcome you back inside to Radio Baptist broadcast position as we get set to start the top of the 5th inning. It's brought to you by J-Town's Grill. It's where the locals go and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Valley View getting 2 across in the bottom of the 4th inning to go out in front 7-5. We'll see Levi Martin be replaced at first base here by Hudson Rogers. So Hudson Rogers enters the game for Levi Martin. Martin into the game, going 1 for 3 with a single and a run batted in. And it'll be Quentin Thurston who will lead us off in the top of the 5th inning. Thurston, the right fielder, the 2-hole hitter, stands in from the left side. It's the first offering from Colton Zaffarano, who spins this curveball at the top part of the zone and misses letter high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 offering on the way. Gets in there with a fastball just above knee high and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. To Quentin Thurston, his 3rd plate appearance of the game. It's this out into right field. Charging in to make the grab on the run is Owen Roach. Was tracking to his left and a few steps off of the center fielder, Jade Taylor, but had a beat on it and was able to make the grab for the first down of the inning. So it'll bring up Maverick Adcock, who has been on the mound for Arkansas High this afternoon. He's through 65 pitches so far. Now, half-hearted check swing, and it goes right back to the mound to Zaffarano, who will throw on to first for the second out of the inning. Was non-committal on the check swing there, but just did graze the bat enough to bounce to the mound, and Zaffarano was able to throw to first in plenty of time for the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. As it's Jackson Arnold, the first baseman, who will be next up. First pitch to Arnold, and misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Count to the Arkansas High first baseman. Arnold singled back in the second inning, then went 3 unassisted on a ground ball out to end the inning. Big swing and a miss there to even the count of the ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, and it misses low. 2 balls and a strike to count to Jackson Arnold. Arnold, .330 hitter on the season. On base, hovering around .430. Comes the 2-1 pitch, and Arnold, a big swing and a miss on one of the turf. He evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the Arkansas High first baseman. Verano looking to send him down in order here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the belt, here comes the pitch, and it misses downstairs. Runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it comes with the fastball, but missed about shin high there. So Jackson Arnold just ran the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Arnold jumps out in front of him. This is in foul territory, third base side. Coming over to make the grab is Cannon Driscoll for the inning-ending out. So Zaffarano sends Arkansas High down to the order in the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Our score is Valley View 7 and Arkansas High 5. Here at Everett Field at Benton High School, where Valley View has jumped down in front 7-5 over Arkansas High. Still continuing to see Maverick Adcock on the mound for Arkansas High. First pitch he throws of the inning is to Parker King, who skies it up in foul territory. And coming over to make the grab is Eli Wall, the third baseman, for the first out of the inning. So there's one gone in the home half of the fifth, and it's Madden Tatum, the designated hitter, that will be next to bat for Valley View. He walked in the first inning, then flew out to center in the third. Stands in here, batting from the left side. First pitch to Tatum, and it misses outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes, the count to the Blazer DH. Well, offering on the way. That one misses outside as well. Bell time, but a little bit too far off the plate. Tatum walked in the first and flew out in the third inning. Stands in here with the bases empty and one gone in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Count moves to 2-1 here to Madden Tatum. 270 hitter on the season with an 840 OPS. As the pitch gets in there for strike one. Bottom of the fifth, Valley View in front 7-5. They got 5 runs across in the bottom of the first as Tatum, big swing and a miss there for strike two. Runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the DH, Madden Tatum, 3-2 pitch is jumper to first base and fielded there at first. It'll go 3 unassisted by Jackson Arnold for the second out of the inning. Pretty well hit off the bat, but just right to the first baseman, Arnold, who took a few steps in to record the outs. And quickly there's 2 gone in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Connor Driscoll, the third baseman, next to bat for Valley View. Driscoll lines that, but foul just to the left of the third base bag. Driscoll, the 9-hole hitter, had an RBI single in the first inning, then flew out to right in the third. That's out into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Going to roll all the way to the wall. Rounding first, headed to second. Driscoll not stopping there. He's headed for third. The throw into third, not nearly in time. And it's a triple for Cannon Driscoll. Who had a chance if it fell in between left and center there to get to the wall. And if that was the case, Driscoll was going to have a chance for at least a 2-bagger, but he's able to extend it into a 3-bagger. It's a triple for Cannon Driscoll. And Valley View with a runner at third with 2 gone. A chance to try and get an insurance run here with hitter Drew Gartman at the plate. First pitch swinging for Gartman out to left field, but caught on the run out there in left field by Ethan Taylor to end the inning. So Valley View gets 1 hit, but no runs come across. We go to the 6th inning. Our score is still Valley View 7 and Arkansas High 5. This is the 5A state tournament on the Ticket Radio Network.
CustomCards.com.
To the 6th inning we go here from Everett Field at Benton High School for the 5A state baseball tournament. Valley View and Arkansas High. It's been a good one to this point. Blazers lead at 7-5. Potentially 6 defensive outs away from trying to punch their ticket to the second round of the 5A state tournament. Valley View, the defending 5A state champs. This is their 18th state tournament appearance as a program. Meanwhile, for Arkansas High, they missed the state tournament a season ago, but back in 2023, they went all the way to the 5A state semifinals before they fell to eventual state champion Little Rock Christian Academy in the semifinals. We do have a new pitcher into the game for Valley View, and that is Levi Martin. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory at CavanaughCars.com. Again, Levi Martin is the one taking over on the mound. He's pitched in 18 2/3 innings on the year. This is his 9th appearance overall. And so far, he's given up 21 hits, 10 earned runs, a 3.75 ERA, 1.66 whip for Eli Martin. He is 2-2 on the season. And he will face 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Razorbacks here. First pitch to Wilder was a called strike. Here comes the 0-1 offering. That one misses a bit low for ball one. Evens a count of ball and a strike here to the catcher Wilder. 1 ball, 1 strike to count, and comes back with a fastball at 89 miles an hour that gets the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes goes the count to the catcher Wilder. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out of the second, grounded out in the third. There's a ground ball, but foul down the third baseline. Keeps the count of the ball and 2 strikes here. Five, 6, and 7 due up for Arkansas High here in this top of the 6th inning. There's a ground ball hit to second base. Charging in and trouble fielding it. Going to go as an error there. Noah Ragsdale came charging in. There was a slow roller to second, and Ragsdale got a little bit ahead of himself. Had probably a little bit more time to get it to first base than he thought at the moment. Bobbled it around in the transfer process to give Arkansas High a leadoff base runner, E4. That's the 6th error total of the game, the 2nd for Valley View. Arkansas High, they have 4, but 3 of their 4 errors came in that 5-run bottom of the 1st for Valley View. He played pretty clean since then. Jonathan Infante, the shortstop, at the plate. He represents the potential tying run here in a 7-5 game, top of the 6th inning. Infante shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1 below the zone. Infante singled in the 2nd inning and came around to score. Went 1-3 on a ground ball out in the 3rd inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Here comes the pitch, and it misses outside, or gets in there for a strike. Said 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreboard had it at 2-2. It's actually 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jonathan Infante. Check on the runner at first. Here comes the 1-1 offering, and misses high for ball 2. Slider that's just above belt high and outside for ball 2. Levi Martin, the 3rd pitcher that Valley View has used this afternoon. Jay Taylor got the start. Ferrano came in for a couple of relief innings, and now Levi Taylor on the mound, and Taylor quickly down to the count here. 3 balls and a strike as that pitch misses low. 3-1 the count to the shortstop Infante. Runner at first. Infante represents a potential tying run here in the top of the 6th inning in a 7-5 game. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes, and it's fouled back to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Above the third base dugout and got out of play to run the count full. Infante 0 for 2 today, but a .260 hitter, or 1 for 2, overall, but a .260 hitter. Did single in the 2nd inning and came around to score. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, right back to the mound. Throw to second for 1 to first, and Infante able to beat it out, so it'll go fielder's choice. 1-3 on the putout. They do get the lead runner, Scooter Wilder. Infante will be standing at first off of the fielder's choice. I should say 1-6 on the putout for the fielder's choice. So the lead runner, Scooter Wilder, throw it out at second, but Infante is able to leg it out for the fielder's choice. He stands at first, and Eli Wall next to bat with 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Wall singled to the 2nd, flew out to center in the 3rd. First pitch to Wall, misses low for ball 1. Pitch number 13 for Levi Taylor coming up here in this top of the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes the counts. Here it comes, and it's fouled back by Wall. Jumped down in front of it a bit to foul it back behind home plate. Evens the count of the ball on the strike. And Wall singled and scored in the 2nd inning, which was the big 5-run inning for Arkansas High. Then flew out to center in his only other plate appearance back in the 3rd. Ball 1 strike now. Look over the runner Infante, who had a big lead off that first base bag. He'll retreat back. Ball 1 strike to count to the 3rd baseman, Eli Wall. Now throw over to first, and Infante sliding back in safely. Infante reduced his lead that time. He had about maybe a 2-step lead off the bag at first. Was able to quickly slide back in safely. All turf field here at Benton. Comes the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 is lifted out into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Infante rounding second. He's going to try for 3. The throw in won't be in time. They'll be at the corners now at 2nd and 3rd for Arkansas High. The throw in was bobbled around a bit from Cannon Driscoll, and Eli Wall was still a few steps off of the first base bag, kind of in between the bags there. And Wall just charged towards second. He slid in safely, and they're both in scoring position now for Arkansas High. With Infante at 3rd, Wall at 2nd. And Carter Davis will stand in next year for Arkansas High. Will officially be a single for Eli Wall, but was able to take an extra bag there after the throw got bobbled around a bit. So now it's Carter Davis representing the potential go-ahead run, standing in here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch to Davis, misses above the zone for ball 1. Davis reached on an E3 in the 2nd, later scored, then struck out in the 4th inning. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to the second baseman Davis. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Davis lays off of a fastball below the zone. Moves the count to 2-0. Davis, a .250 hitter on the year. On-base percentage of around .370. 1 hit to the outfield could potentially tie us up here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It misses low, gets in there for strike 1. There was a late strike call from the home plate umpire, but it's a called strike 1 on the bottom part of the zone. Davis has 15 hits on the season. also has driven in 13 runs. Pivotal moment this opening round of the 5A state tournament in a 2-run game. Here comes the pitch. Davis fouls it back. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Levi Martin with a good battle back after falling down in the count 2-0. He's evened it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this bottom part of the lineup has produced for Arkansas High today. They've gotten a total of 5 base hits from 6 through 9, but won't get one here as that's a called strike on the outside corner. It's a strikeout for Carter Davis. He tried to check his swing, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways as it caught the outside zone. A huge strikeout there for Levi Turner with runners on second and third, and now it's Ethan Taylor as the last hope for the Razorbacks here in the top of the 6th inning. Taylor, the left fielder, stands in here with runners at second and third and 2 gone. First pitch to Taylor misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count to the left fielder, Taylor. Martin looks on, dangles that right arm as he has the sign. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it misses low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That one bounced in the dirt. Mentioned the all-turf field here at Benton. 320 to the foul poles, 355 to the power alleys, 375 with an elevated wall out at center field. Two balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch, and the count runs to 3-0. Missed in kind of that exact same spot, low and inside to the left fielder, Taylor. Runners at second and third. One off a fielder's choice, the other off of a single. And Taylor ahead of the count, 3-0. 3-0 offering, misses high. The bases are loaded. It's a 4-pitch walk to Ethan Taylor. And back to the top of the order we go for Braylon Thompson. Thompson is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Lined out to third of the first, lined out to right in the 4th. And in the 2nd inning, had an RBI single and provided a run. As now Valley View head coach Josh Allison is going to head out to the mound. The infield will gather in. This meeting on the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. Looks like we are going to get a pitching change. We'll step aside for a 1-minute timeout and tell you about the pitching change from the 5A state tournament in Benton right after this on the Ticket Radio Network.
Childhood diabetes.
Inning here from Everett Field at Benton High School as we have a pitching change for Valley View. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory at CavenaughCars.com. And it'll be Keaton Mathis, who began the game at catcher, who will take over on the mound. Mentioned earlier, he's the team's leader in innings pitched. He's pitched in 48 and a third innings. This is his 13th plate appearance. And Mathis, 69 strikeouts, has a 1.15 ERA on the season. He's a perfect 10-0. And opponents are batting just $163 against him. So the guy who probably went on the mound and jammed like this. Bases loaded, 2 gone. And the leadoff hitter, Braylon Thompson, who is 1 for 3 this afternoon, is at the plate. Thompson had a couple of lineouts in the first and fourth innings, but didn't have an RBI single in the first, and later provided one of the 5 runs, or in the second, I should say, and later provided one of the 5 runs that Arkansas High got across in the top of the second inning. Stands in from the left side. Here we go. First pitch from Keaton Mathis. Misses outside for a ball 1. 83 miles an hour. Just off the plate for ball 1. Mathis checks his wrist. Now comes set with the 1-0 offering. Kicks, fires, and that's in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just caught the outside edge to even the count of the ball and a strike. Thompson with the bat, moving back and forth off of that left shoulder, standing in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Thompson lays off, but it's a called strike 2. Catches the inside corner, or outside corner, should say, for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the center fielder, Thompson. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning. Valley View leads it 7-5, but Arkansas High threatening. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. The 1-2 is skied up in foul territory. Will it stay in play? It will, but nobody there to haul it in. It bounced just to the right of that first base dugout. There were 3 Blazers that came charging in, but nobody could get to it in time. So the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes here to Braylon Thompson. The potential tying run is at first. The potential go-ahead run, or the tying run is at second, should say. The potential go-ahead run is at first. We'll see if Keaton Mathis can keep a ball there and end the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Mathis. The 1-2 pitch is popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Coming in to make the grab, sliding and making it is Cannon Driscoll. Driscoll with a sliding grab in foul territory to end the bases loaded threat in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Blazers still in front. 7-5 our score from the 5A state tournament here on the Ticket Radio Network.
Go unnoticed. Thank you for helping make kids' dreams become realities while guiding them to become future leaders. Thank you for going the extra mile, caring for the kids, and treating them like your very own. Thank you to our educators for choosing Glen Sane for 70 years.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're not just a bank, we're a part of your community. That's why we're dedicated to being the neighbors who are in your corner right here in Arkansas. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for your future, or managing your everyday finances, Farmers and Merchants Bank has the friendly local knowledge and personalized services to help you reach your goals. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, supporting the community we all call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Valley View able to get out of a bases loaded threat there in the top of the 6th inning. Saw a fielder's choice, a single and a walk load the bases, but Braylon Thompson wound up popping it up in foul territory. Cannon Driscoll came in to make the sliding grab down the third base line and end the inning. And the Blazers potentially now 3 defensive outs away from moving on in the 5A state tournament and what has been a phenomenal game to open up this 5A state tournament this year. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. It's Owen Roach, Keaton Mathis, and Levi Martin due up as Owen Roach quickly ahead of the count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch to Roach, and it's kicks off the turf before getting into the mitt of the catcher, Scooter Wilder. It's still Maverick Adcock on the mound here for Arkansas High, and Adcock issues a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning to Owen Roach. So Roach will take his bag at first. Keaton Mathis is due up next here for Valley View. We may see a pitching change before Mathis comes up. A meeting on the mound. It's brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. And the day is complete for Maverick Adcock on the mound. We'll tell you about the pitching change after a 1-minute timeout here from the 5A state tournament. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. As Valley View in front 7-5 over Arkansas High. This call to the bullpen is always brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory at CavanaughCars.com. The day is done for Maverick Adcock after he went 5 complete innings. Did throw the first 4 pitches here in the 6th inning, and it was a walk to Owen Roach, who is standing at first. And now we'll see Carter Davis, who began the game at second base, take over on the mound here for Arkansas High. Davis on the year has a 1.85 ERA. He struck out 20 batters, a 2-2 win-loss record. He's thrown 22 1/3 innings. This is his 12th appearance on the season. 11 of his 12 appearances have come out of the bullpen. Has allowed 17 runs, but only 6 of them have been earned so far. First pitch here to Keaton Mathis is ball 1 below the zone. Owen Roach at first. He drew a leadoff walk to begin this bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. The 1-0 pitch is skied up right to the second baseman. That is Carter Davis, who makes the grab on the infield for the first out of the inning. So it'll be Levi Martin, the first baseman, who's due up next. Martin is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Did have an RBI as a part of a 4-3 ground ball out in the 4th inning. Struck out of the first, then singled in the second. Runner on the go, but Martin fouls it off on the first pitch he sees. Moves the count to 0-1 here to the Valley View first baseman. Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-5. Valley View in front. Right at the 2-hour mark of this game. So the Blazers score 5 at the bottom of the first. Arkansas High got 5 across in the second. And then potential difference in the game may be the bottom of the 4th inning as Valley View got 2 across. The 0-1 pitch hit to third, right into the glove of Eli Wall off one bounce. Wall throws to first in plenty of time. And there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it's Noah Ragsdale who stands in next. Owen Roach was able to advance a base on the ground ball there. He stands in scoring position at second. And Noah Ragsdale next to bat here. Ragsdale doubled and scored in the first, and then he's had a couple of pop-ups in the second and fourth since then. Swing and a miss here on the first pitch he sees. No balls, 1 strike to count to the Valley View second baseman. Ragsdale moving the bat back and forth off of his right shoulder is now. Arnold, will step off the mound, look at the runner at second. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it's a curveball that's in there for strike 2. 77 miles an hour on the curve there for Arnold. And count moves to 0-2 to Noah Ragsdale. There's a ground ball to third, and throw across to first. Sails over the head of the Arkansas High first baseman, and Valley View's going to get a run out of this. I think Eli Wall thought the ball had bounced in foul territory, and so he held it in his pocket for a couple of moments before finally making the throw over. And I think that is what the umpires are going to say, is that this ball bounced in foul territory. They do call it a foul ball. And looking at the replay here, I don't know where it bounced right off the bat there. Okay, so it bounced right off the bat in front of behind home plate. There's a line drive out into left field. A run will come across to score anyways, as this is a base hit for Noah Ragsdale. And Valley View gets an insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th to go up 8-5. So what looked to be potentially a routine play at third was ruled foul. And the next pitch Noah Ragsdale sees, he drives in a run. Jade Taylor next to bat for Valley View here. First pitch is a foul ball. Taylor an RBI single in the first, then went 1-3 on a ground ball in the second, 4-3 on a ground ball in the fourth. Runner on the go, throw down. There won't be a throw down. Sliding in safely on the stolen base is Noah Ragsdale. Count evens a ball and a strike here to the center fielder, Jade Taylor. He began the game on the mound, but has since taken over in center. Next pitch to Taylor. There's a ground ball. It's going to get through for a base hit. This should score a run. Rounding third, headed for home is Noah Ragsdale. It's an RBI single for Jade Taylor. How about 2 insurance runs at the bottom of the 6th inning, and Valley View in front by 4, 9-5. An RBI single for Jade Taylor. It's his second hit of the game, the second RBI to his credit in the game. And it's Parker King, the 7-hole hitter and left fielder, due up next. King had an RBI single in the first, grounded out 4-3 in the third, then popped it up to third in the 5th inning. First pitch to King, and it misses downstairs for ball 1. Ball, no strikes to count. We've seen a walk, an RBI single, and an RBI single in this inning so far for Valley View, along with a pop-up and a ground out. Count moves to 2 balls and no strikes here to the left fielder, Parker King. Bottom of the 6th inning. Blazers in front 9-5. Gotten 2 across here in this inning to really put some separation on the board. The 2-0 pitch misses downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 3-0 offering, and it's in there for strike 1. And right back with a fastball there, and caught the lower part of the zone. So Parker King still ahead of the count. 3 balls and a strike. Now time is called. King will step out. 5 runs in the bottom of the first, 2 in the 4th, and now 2 in the 6th for Valley View as the defending state champs looking to move on. King skies it up. Foul territory, first base side, and it is going to land in foul territory. Eli Wall got a bad read on it there. Excuse me, that was Jackson Arnold. Got a bad read on it there at first and was about 2 steps to the right of where the ball dropped in foul territory. So it falls harmlessly in foul territory and moves the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if King can make him pay on a full count. Already has an RBI single back of the first, and this pitch runs inside and hits him right on the shoulder, and King will jog down the line at first to take his bag. So they're at first and second here for Valley View. And Jade Taylor moves to second, King to first, and we'll have a meeting on the mound here. This meeting on the mound brought to you by Arkansas State University. Great minds, big hearts. That's the A-State difference. Visit astate.edu to learn more. And I think we're going to have a pitching change as well coming up. We'll step aside for a 1-minute timeout. Tell you about the new pitcher into the game for Arkansas High after this. This is the 5A State Tournament on the Ticket Radio Network.
Says it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Evolve Bank and Trust offers a variety of residential and consumer loans, specializing in unique products and services while providing individualized customer service designed to fit your needs. Whether you're buying your first home, a new car, or building your dream home, Evolve Bank and Trust has the personal loan products you need to realize your dreams today. Call Evolve Bank and Trust at 870-933-2480. Stop in to see them at 111 East Huntington Suite A or visit them online at getevolve.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, making banking personal again. Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is KNEA, K237FI, 95.3, and K245CW, 96.9 Jonesboro. The Ticket Radio Network, an EAB Media Group radio station.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Cavanaugh Auto Group. Check out their entire inventory online at CavanaughCars.com. As we welcome you back inside our Renegade Baptist broadcast position. The new pitcher on the mound for Arkansas High is Quentin Thurston, who began the game in right field. He'll take over on the mound this afternoon. He has a 3.81 ERA on the season. This is a 1-0 record for Quentin Thurston as well on the year, but also this is the third game he's going to pitch in this season. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings so far and faced 19 batters. He's given up just 1 hit, but 5 runs. 2 of the runs have been earned, so hasn't seen a ton of action this season, but an opportunity here to come in and try and get the final out in the bottom of the 6th. And We'll see. Pinch hitter come in here for Valley View. That's Barrett Mallett, the sophomore, who stands in here. He's going to replace the DH Madden Tatum. First pitch to Mallett is called strike. No balls, one strike. Runners at first and second. Here comes the next offering, and it hangs in there for strike two. 0-2 the counts. Blazers have gotten 2 across in this 6th inning. Hoping that's going to be enough to walk away winners today. They lead at 9-5, 3 defensive outs away from moving on to the second round of the 5A state tournament as the 0-2 pitch is fouled back. Chased a fastball at the top part of the zone and fouls it back behind home. So the count remains at 0-2. This is the 7th batter that Valley View has sent to the plate this inning as the 0-2 pitch misses high just above the belt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's Barrett Mallett who is pinch hitting for the DH, Madden Tatum. Does have an RBI opportunity with a runner at second base here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and the curveball hangs outside for ball 2. 2-2 goes the count to the DH, Madden Tatum. And you're coming up after the conclusion of this game. We'll go straight into our Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine postgame show. We'll get you caught up on some Glen Motors postgame stats and take a look at what lies ahead, brought to you by Vision Care Center after this game goes final. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It misses outside of the fastball to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count for Barrett Mallett. See if Mallett can come through here in the bottom of the 6th, and an inning where Valley View has already gotten 2 runs across. Full count delivery on the way. It misses outside. Mallett takes his base. And the bases are loaded after the walk. So Taylor to second, Taylor to third, King to second, Tatum to first. Mallett, to first. And the bases are loaded here with 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. So Mallett at first, King at second, Taylor at third, and Driscoll at the plate. Skies it up. This is foul territory, and coming over to make the grab is the catcher, Scooter Wilder, to record the final out of the inning. But Valley View gets a couple insurance runs across in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th. Blazers out in front 9-5, 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the second round of the 5A state tournament. Coming up next here on the Ticket Radio Network.
Waiting to replace your air conditioning system? Get our best deal of the season. For a limited time, get a rebate for up to $1,500 and no payments for up to 6 months with approved financing. Plus, qualify for federal tax credits of up to $2,000. That's up to $3,500 in savings and no payments for 6 months. Visit us online at moreac.com.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
See Plaza Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Plaza Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Plaza Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Plaza Tire Service.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
To the top of the 7th inning we go as Valley View looking to close it out of this first round of the 5A state tournament. 1 is the count to the leadoff hitter, Quentin Thurston, this inning. Thurston, a big swing and a miss on the 0-1 breaking ball to fall down to the count. No balls, 2 strikes here to start us off in the 7th inning. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Thurston will foul it back behind home plate. Stays alive, no balls, 2 strikes. Valley View leading at 9-5 here from Renegade Baptist broadcast position. This look ahead brought to you by Vision Care Center. Your road to excellent vision starts at Vision Care Center in Jonesboro, Paragould, and Pocahontas. Valley View can hold on here. They will move on to play the winner of the game upcoming between Greenwood and Greenbrier. That will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Beyond that, if they were to move on, it would be in the semifinals on Saturday at noon. Swing and a miss here for Quentin Thurston. He goes down on strikes to start us off here in the 7th inning. And it'll send up Maverick Adcock with 2 gone and the base is empty. Adcock is 1 for 3, struck out of the first, grounded out of the 5th, and then had an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Foul ball third base side, but it's going to drop in foul territory. Driscoll gave chase, but couldn't quite get to it in time. So it's 0-1 the count. As the 0-1 pitch to Maverick Adcock swings through a fastball and fouls it back beyond the first base dugouts. To move the count to 0-2. Quickly back ready to work on the mound. The 0-2 pitch comes in and crowds him a bit inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Levi Martin still on a relief here for Valley View. Martin with the 1-2 offering and misses high. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to come at the top of the zone with a breaking ball at 70 miles per hour, but just missed. Evens count 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Scooped up there. Throw to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning. It goes 6-3 on the ground ball out. And Jackson Arnold will be the final hope for Arkansas High here in the top of the 7th. Arnold singled in the 2nd, then wound up ending the inning as the 10th batter with a ground ball to first. Popped it up to 3rd back of the 5th inning. And now stands in here as the final chance for Arkansas High. Valley View leads at 9-5, top of the 7th. Blazers looking to punch their ticket to the 2nd round of the 5A state tournament. First pitch misses 1-0. The 2nd pitch quickly in there, but just a bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Martin working quickly on the mound. Comes set from the belt. Kicks, fires the 2-0 pitch. Sky down into center field. Coming in to make the grab on the run is Jade Taylor to end the game. And the Blazers are moving on in the 5A state tournament. Valley View wins it by the final score of 9-5 this afternoon to punch their ticket to the state quarterfinals tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Right back here from Benton. We'll go ahead and enter in on the Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine post-game show, getting you back at the game for over 40 years. Blazers got 5 across in the bottom of the 1st. Arkansas High answered with a 5-run top of the 2nd, but then Valley View held them scoreless after that. They got 2 runs across in the 4th, and then 2 more insurance runs across in the 6th inning. Overall, 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Valley View, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors for Arkansas High. Taking a look at some more of the post-game numbers brought to you by Glen Sane Motors with locations in Rector, Kennedy, and Paragould. Visit glensane.com. For Valley View, Drew Gartman was on base 3 times tonight with an infield single and a couple of walks. Also, Owen Roach reaching base twice with a couple of walks and scored 2 runs. Keaton Mathis, meanwhile, was on base 3 times, reached twice on the error, once on a single, provided the run for Valley View as well. Levi Martin, meanwhile, goes 1 for 4 with a single, did drive in a run off of a ground out. Then Noah Ragsdale goes 2 for 4 with a couple of base hits, a double and a run scored in the first, an RBI single and a run scored in the sixth. Meanwhile, Jade Taylor goes 2 for 4, a couple of RBI singles for him in the first and sixth innings, and then Parker King goes 1 for 3 with an HBP and an RBI single and a run scored in the first. Meanwhile, Madden Tatum drew a couple of walks. He was 0 for 2 otherwise, and then Cannon Driscoll goes 2 for 4 this afternoon, an RBI single in the first, a triple in the fifth inning. Meanwhile, for Arkansas High, they were led by Braylon Thompson. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Quentin Thurston was 0 for 3 with an HBP. Meanwhile, Maverick Adcock had a 2 RBI single in the second inning, went 1 for 4 today. Jackson Arnold, meanwhile, goes 1 for 3 with a single. Scooter Wilder goes 0 for 3, reached on an error in the sixth inning. Meanwhile, Jonathan Infante went 1 for 3 with a fielder's choice and a single in the second inning. Eli Wall, meanwhile, goes 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, while Carter Davis went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and an error. And Ethan Taylor goes 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk this afternoon. But Valley View wins it by the final score of 9-5. That's the Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine postgame show, getting you back in the game for over 40 years. We're going to send it to a timeout. We'll be back on the air here the next 10 to 15 minutes for Valley View softball in the opening round of the 5A state tournament. That's coming your way next right here on the Ticket Radio Network.